All right, we got sound, sounds like. All right, we got sound, sounds like. Oh. All right, Ramsey show ending, after show beginning. Start in a minute or two. Fernando in Turkey, the same troll probably. Troll talking to troll self. Alrighty. What up, A9? Sure, have a chair. Alrighty. Doing the debut of the Lifestyle Creep song. Sing along if you want. We'll see how good I can do this, how well I can do this. Let's see, let's make that its own window and minimize it. There we go. And I can see the chat. Alrighty, let's give it a shot. First time. Not as hard of a song as that new Baby Step song, which I'll also be doing, but we'll see. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Meant to do. When you were much younger, you were careful with your dough. When people would say buy that, you would quickly say no. Student loans for college, oops, and you got that degree. And you made more money. Whoops. Now you spend too much money. Lifestyle creep. Instead be a widow. Why the heck are you in debt? You don't belong there. It started kinda slowly when you leased that brand new car. $500 payment won't get you far. Whoops. So I want you to notice the amount of stupid tax, and you made more money, and now you spend too much money. Lifestyle creep. Instead be a widow. Why the heck are you in debt? You don't belong there. Oh, oh, you're running out of cash. You're running out. You should make a budget and be gazelle intense and save more money. Save more money in the lifestyle creep. And yes, be a widow and wonder why you were in debt. You don't belong there. You don't belong there. All right. Where are we? Oh. Move that tab to there. Boom, 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 boom. Fernando. I'm not Turkey Pie. I think you are, though. Because trolls often talk to troll self. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? We have today, co-host was King Coleman. Do not have a song for him, but we do have one for Jade Warshaw. And of course, it's not scrolled in the right place. That's right, though. Sing along. She wanted to host, and yes, they needed one. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. If you want some sass, Jade has got tons. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Jade and Sam paid off for 60,000, but now they have mutual funds. They're incredibly in better shape now. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Water break. Helping people get the steps done. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Financial peace for all is their mission. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Jade and Sam paid off for 60,000, but now they have mutual funds. They're incredibly in better shape now. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Dead fought Warshaw and Warshaw won. Alrighty. And of course that one's not scrolled up either. Did not scroll them back up after I practiced earlier. It says more people need to hear the vocal artistry going on right now. You right. You right. You right. All right. So this one is going to be the best of vocal artistry. Actually, the worst, because this one is the hardest to sing. Give it a shot with me, if you will. Words are right there. Learn it, know it, live it. Here we go. If you want to fix your finances, I know a guy can help you get debt free. I messed up. If you didn't know, he has a show, and let me tell you, the advice is really great for you and me. Step 1, start emergency fund, then it's time to pay off your debt. That's step 2, that you're beginning, smallest largest you'll be winning, you ain't seen nothing yet. You and me, just fine, we're reppin'. Hey, look at us, we're baby stepping. This is the way, we're baby stepping. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. We're baby stepping. 1,000 fun, pay up debt, full fun, invest, kid college, pay off house, build wealth. We're baby stepping. Then you'll be in step 3, saving for emergencies, and that's financial peace. 3 to 6 months of expenses, you remain gazelle-intensive, then there's less urgency. Step 4, investing in your retirement needs addressing, save your kids a college gift. Before you know, you're step 6, paying off your residence. Step 7, build wealth and give. You and me, date fun, we're reppin'. Hey, look at us, we're baby stepping. This is the way, we're baby stepping. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. We're baby stepping. 1,000 fun, pay off debt, full fun, invest, kid college, pay off house, build wealth. We're baby stepping. If you pick cash instead of leave, you can see your wealth increase. You can have financial peace. A little higher. If you pay cash instead of lease, you can see your wealth increase. You can have financial peace. A name for every dollar, that's intention. What up, Maddie Bags? Hashtag mention. Do the steps, let go of apprehension. I said a name for every dollar, that's intention. What up, Maddie Bags? Hashtag mention. Do the steps, let go of apprehension. You and me, day's fun, we're reppin'. Hey, look at us, we're baby stepping. This is the way, we're baby stepping. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. We're baby stepping. If you pay cash instead of lease, you can see your wealth increase. You can have financial peace. If you pay cash instead of lease, you can see your wealth increase. You can have financial peace. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. We're baby stepping. 1,000 fun, pay off debt, full fun, invest, kid college, pay off house, build wealth. We're baby stepping. Come on. All right. Get rid of these. Don't need to hear anymore. No more singing. You guys are thrilled about that, I'm sure. Back to that. Why is that going? Okay. And let's see. See what they thought of that. Bow, 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 bow. Anon did not expect this A to all. Probably means at all. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. Oh, he fixed it. He fixed it. I did not have the window big enough to see that. Okay. He's got dancing lady emoji. So I think that's the name of that one. All right. Well, so that's fun. And that's the kind of thing you get with me. But let's see, what do we do then? Oh yeah, so after the baby step song, there is another baby step song, and you can find that in my music playlist. Right there's the new one, and I'll be putting up the Lifestyle Creep song today as well. But this one is from Ed Sheeran written and Justin Bieber performed. Love Yourself. This is, and you can do the baby steps like that. And so that is a song that is already almost 2 years old, I think, is that one. And this one just from debuted 7 days ago. All right. Actually, it was 6 days ago because I think it was on a Tuesday. Alright, so oh yeah, and so from here I would go right at the end of that song. I would do the da 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 part, and then da 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 da, and then I'll go right into do 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 live from Cabot, Arkansas. It's the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, and I am as I do all of the production myself, I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation / assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That's calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That description is also in the details of the video beneath. And that appointment, you don't need to be local for that because we will be doing that over video conferencing, probably Google Meet. You can email me about coaching or anything else on my channel, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Donation go to paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money. Of course, this YouTube channel is youtube.com/CoachSteveMoney. Get rid of that. And let's see what kind of things we can do now. Since I get up. I still don't have all this worked out. That's right, AR. That's right, because we used to do OH because I was in Ohio at that time. Let's see. Oh, we got market report. As you can see, the most up, NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been killing it. Let's see, year to date. 32% up. Not going to complain about that. 6 months would be a little bit less than that, 20% on that. And so in the last year, though, 10%, and that is what the SP 500 index averages. And so let's check on that as well. When Dave talks about it, he normally talks about it in terms of this index. Last 6 months, 11.74%. Year to date, 16%. So for the year, though, 7.13%. So again, that 10% per year is average. Let's see, NASDAQ 3-day streak. And the past couple of days, it was barely up as the rest of the indices, plural for index, or indexes, you can use either, is they were down, but hopefully coming back. People still worried about, let's see what happened. Up here earlier was something about they revised jobs down, job data down, as they always do. They always get it wrong. They put out the information before they know for sure, and then they always revise it later. That's just the government for you. Let's see. Looks like the most up in the group of most followed single stocks on the Google would be Alphabet, which owns Google. So that is most up, and secondarily followed by the artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms. We got NVIDIA Let's see. Let's check them out. NVIDIA reported today they make video cards and AI chips, and look what happened. So in the run up to the pretty flat here in the run up to the released data on the earnings, but then after that up a little bit, and then like people were like, oh no, simmer down, and it came back down, but then went way too high and then came back down, but still, you know, pretty good. What is it in the after hours? After hour is up 5%. So today up 3%, and up after hours is up 5.58% in addition. So together that's 8 point, yeah, what's the math on that? 8.75 today, including the after hours so far. Could still go down more or even go up more. We will find out tomorrow. What up, Kirk? Isn't it a devalued 10% because of inflation? Well, if you're going to do that, then you need to go to your grocery store and then say, well, this bacon is devalued and this thing is devalued. And look, everything you look at over here and over there and over there and over there, all you stuff you have to say, oh, well, that's devalued 10%. It doesn't matter. Just make as much as you can in the market. Waste of time to say, oh, it's devalued. It doesn't, you saying, oh, it's devalued doesn't change anything. You don't have to get that much. You could get a devalued 5% instead. How about that? That would not be as good, right? So just make as much as you can in the market, and that way you don't have to worry about financial theory like this. I don't really have time for financial theory because it doesn't change anything. It doesn't help anything for you to say that. I mean, it's fine to realize that inflation is going on, but it always is. So if items get too expensive at the grocery store, you can change what you buy so you only spend the same amount. My pal Sid's grocery bill hasn't gone up anymore. Mine hasn't gone up either. So anyway, yeah. So unless you're going to look at everything and say, oh, well, that's devalued 10%. You know, I mean, do you really have that kind of time? So, do I invest in S&P 500? No, I do not. I only have retirement investings. I don't have any savings for a purchase. So if you're going to use the market to save for a purchase, you have to have at least 5 years. And Dave Ramsey does recommend an S&P 500 index fund for that. But he recommends, of course, managed mutual funds for retirement because 40% of those beat this index. And so why would you want to beat that index? And especially your ones that are heavily into NASDAQ is outperforming and has, except for, I think last year was the first year in about 4 years that the NASDAQ didn't beat the S&P 500. And so, and this year it looks like it's going to win again. So, bow, 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 bow. It certainly does equal less for your dollar. What about it? Equals less than what, though? Than what it was worth before? It doesn't matter what it was worth before because it's not worth that much anymore. Why do unnecessary math? You're gonna buy the thing anyway, or you're not gonna buy anything. Why do you have to do math in your head? Oh, I better subtract 10% from that before I buy that. Why bother doing the math? Why bother doing that? You can't change inflation happening. That is beyond your control. You can control what you buy, so just control that and leave the financial theory up to people in like college or something, or gives people at financial institutions something to talk about maybe. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about? Oh, I guess we could look at the rest of the world here. Europe all up, Asia mostly up. Currencies, we got the euro up against the US dollar. Speaking of the US dollar, We got the Japanese yen up against the US dollar. The British pound loaf is down, to the US dollar. The Canadian dollar is up against the US dollar though. And the Australian dollarmite is up against the US dollar. Let's see, crypto, all those are up for a change. And let's see, in futures, we got, looks like leading the way again will be the NASDAQ again. And because that has all the tech stocks in it, which of course also includes all these. I think that's all we need from this. So of course futures, that's just like the after hours trading and stuff. And so that could completely change. When you're looking at it now, it means nothing. It could be way higher first thing when the market opens in the morning, or it could be way lower. It could even be negative in the morning. So it doesn't really matter what it is right now. Just fun to look at. Might give you an slight indication of it. No metals, Kirk. No metals. Unless you wanna make less than mutual funds. Mutual funds make more than gold makes. So why would you invest in gold? So, hey, guess what? Hey, that gold is worth 10% less because of inflation. What do you think about that, sir? Let's see. Labor Department cuts job gains by 3, like I was saying earlier. S&P 500 rallies against ahead of Fed chair speech. So we're going to talk probably about raising the interest rates again, perhaps. Or maybe they'll say they won't. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. SEC takes on private equity hedge funds. They voted 3-2 to approve sweeping new rules aimed at increasing transparency, driving down fees, and that's a good idea. Let's see. I thought this was interesting. Man-made lake in Alabama is giving the Gulf Coast a run for its money. People are buying expensive homes on this man-made lake in lieu of doing the Gulf course, which I know that's a little bit of Alabama is the Gulf. Did I say course? The Gulf course, like a golf course, but it's the Gulf Coast. It's a little bit of Alabama, and this is fun to have this like video scenery back here in your Wall Street Journal page. That's pretty cool. But I thought this Lake Martin is drawing wealthy vacationers willing to spend big on waterfront homes. Better than bonds. I didn't say to invest in bonds either. Dave Ramsey doesn't suggest bonds. Manage mutual funds for retirement. S&P 500 index fund for saving for a purchase if you have 5 years. And real estate you pay for in cash are the only investments he recommends. Everything else doesn't make as much money. So why would you bother? This is from Crypto World, party time, excellent. Tornado Cash founders charged with laundering more than $1 billion, including millions for North Korea. And this is part of why it's the crypto may fall out of favor the more the government keeps putting their hands into it. They're going to do more and more oversight into it. And so the main thing the kids liked about it was that it was, you can't trace it and so forth. So, but anyway, 2 founders of Tornado Cash, widely known Russian cryptocurrency mixer, have been charged with laundering more than $1 billion in criminal proceeds. Roman, they both have the same first name. Storm, I'm going to go ahead and guess that's not his birth name. Could be though, never know. Have both been accused of sanctions violations and laundering money through Tornado Cash. Storm arrested Wednesday in Washington State. Semenov remains at large. Well, we'll send Black Widow after him. Her last name is Romanoff. Crypto is just unsafe, indeed. Sydney Nadkirk for saying it's better than bonds. Props to you for using than instead of then. Some people, so you get props from me for that. Bud Light offering unique apology to beer drinkers. They give you a chance to, if you give them your email address, they give you a chance to, what was it? Win Sunday ticket subscription or gift cards to the NFL store. And so they're trying to get back some customers. You know, I mean, it's okay if you want to be a social activist as a company, but you can't be a social activist and then people stop buying your stuff, and then you say, well, think about the employees. You should have thought about them before you became a social activist. And what's worse is like reversing yourself now. I mean, that, you know, they're trying to make it look like they fired 2 people that were in charge of that, and so, you know, they can make it look like that, but it's, you know, their company did it, and higher ups approved it, or it wouldn't have happened. That's how companies work. What else we got? And from Field Reporter Sid, we got from Newsbreak.com, an $11 trillion wealth wipeout has set the world back for first time since 2008, thanks to a trifecta of high inflation, interest rates, and currency declines. Global wealth shrank last year for the first time since 2008. Again, inflation, rising interest rates, and currency depreciation. Total global household wealth dropped last year by 2.4%, or $11.3 trillion to $454.4 trillion is the global household wealth. And so all that's fine to know, all that's fine to realize, but every time somebody says a number, or every time somebody, if I go to the store and hold up an apple, you don't have to worry about it being worth 10% less. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see, Anon says, I think one day a lot of crypto will disappear one night with very little trace. That could happen. Definitely. I mean, the government, I think, eventually will start dealing in that. All right, and so as usual, there's the baby steps, and that's the hallmark of the Ramsey advice. That's step 1, $1,000 starter emergency fund. Step 2, pay off all debt. Step the house using the debt snowball. Step 3, save 36 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Steps 1, 2, and 3, you do separately in order. Altogether in order, you do steps 4, 5, and 6, and that's invest 15% household gross income into retirement. Step 5, you save for your children's college fund. If you have kids, if you want to help them, if both of those are true, then you certainly do step 5. If not, it doesn't apply to you. Pay off your home early is step 6, and you would do that before investing more than 15%. Otherwise, it is debt leverage. And step 7, build wealth and give. And so all of the stuff we're gonna talk about now, almost all of it has to do with the baby steps. We go to the reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey, and we click on new, and we see what up. 3 going for 6 is not 6 months. Okay. Yep. Step 4 next for A99. 5 not applicable. 6 not applicable. So renting. I am renting at the moment myself. Nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, you can rent forever if you want, and you get to skip step 6. It's from Severe-Economics 7594. 15 or 30-year mortgage. Don't need to read all this crap. Only to afford it. He wants to buy a bigger house, or she wants to buy more than they can afford. And that's what the 30-year does. It stretches you out more. It adds so much interest, though, that it's not worth doing. So that's why Dave recommends a 15-year fixed rate mortgage only. And even now, right now, you don't wait to buy a house. You buy a house when you can afford it. And if you can buy one at this interest rate, you go ahead and get it. And then if interest rates go down, you can refinance. This is America. That's how we do things here. I know some countries don't do that. Like I think it's Canada, right? Makes you like redo it every couple years or something like that. Banks trying to make some money, yo. But yeah, 15-year fixed. And so that's to keep you from buying too much house. And if you have too much house, you cannot progress on the baby steps, in which paying off that house is one of the items. So no need to read any of this stuff. I know my salary will work into being able to refi this on a 15-year eventually. See, none of that matters. None of that matters. He just wants to. And I'm sure somebody, how many comments? I'm sure somebody in the 3 comments, I'm sure somebody said, sure, go ahead and do a 30. I did one too. It's fine. It is fine. You can do whatever you want with your money. It's not Dave's advice though. From Pew Pew 925, pay off student loan quicker or not. You pay off all debt as quickly as you can. Title's a little misleading because it sounds like a dumb question. Okay, so here is more context. Let's see if it's a dumb question or not. I am 29 male, about to start paying off my student loans. I am starting a new job in a few weeks that offers a 401k match as well as help with student loan payment. I'm currently investing about $300 a month in Roth IRA. Then you're doing it wrong if you have, because let's see, step 2 says pay off all debt except the house. Step 4 is way over here, so you're doing it wrong, and that's fine again, but you know, I wonder why the people come to the Dave Ramsey subreddit to ask that. And definitely there's a lot of haters on here. There's a lot of people that just want to offer people a different form of advice. But Dave's advice has the millions of documented success stories, and no other financial advisor can come close to that, especially just some guy that is posting on a subreddit. Let's see. So you're doing it wrong. Investing. Wonder if I should stop doing so. Yes. I know I want to plan for the future with IRA. Planning is fine. Actually putting the money into it yet is not fine. It's not Dave Ramsey's advice. It's pretty much free money. But is it worth it right now is essentially what I'm asking. It is, because it makes you get out of debt quicker, and then you will not have payments, and then you can invest more money then, as well as progress on the baby steps, instead of trying to do multiple baby steps at the same time, which you're not supposed to do at the same time. Any and all advice is welcome. Well, there you go. That's probably what you got for. This is just 3 hours ago, though. That's why these are brand new ones. Don't have much stuff here. Anon says Dave advice works, and that much is certain. I do a lot of quotes from Star Trek 4. I did a couple in the chat today. I did from Dr. McCoy. The bureaucracy is the only constant in the universe. Well, I think I did one more from Star Trek 4 today. Baby step 2 flare here. And the poster puts this on, the original poster, small franchise, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a second car. You never know. You never know if it's actually a need or just a want. So my wife's, when we moved, can you get, does somebody work remote? So do you really need another car? On baby step 2, it has to be a real need. We make about 120 to 140K a year, depending if my wife works summers. Maybe a teacher. We'll be debt-free by next summer. She wants a Chevy Traverse. How are you going to be debt-free by next summer with the, let's see, option, $2. Okay, so we are looking at used ones, so that's good. 35 to 4,500 all in private party versus 210 with 78K. Drove beautifully for 12.5K. Dealer. I would look for something closer to the, let's see, 210. They're about the same ages. It has, the dealer one has less miles, but are you going to pay $8,000 more for, what is it, 60,000 miles? So on step 2, I would go as cheap as you can. So I would do the 35 to 4,500. Paying about 4.5K a month towards debt. That's considerable. Leaning the 210 with 78. Why? As it will last a lot longer. Not necessarily, but it's almost triple the price. Exactly. Not necessarily. It doesn't matter if you get a used car from a dealer or even a new car from a dealer. New cars break down as well. You don't know what kind of problems you'll have. Definitely, either way, get it checked out by a non-dealer mechanic. Definitely. The private party one and the dealer one. I wouldn't buy without having a mechanic look at it. Boom, 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 boom. Happy renter. So do I invest more than 15% if I'm not doing steps 5 and step 6? Once you get to step 4, then you're in step 7 then. Because 5 and 6 don't apply. So if you invest 1 cent, you're addressing that, and then you're in step 7, so you can invest whatever you want. So, but if you think you might want to, my rent cost stabilized. Yeah, mine went up a little. I think mine went up $30 or something like that the last time. So it wasn't bad. Let's see. Definitely not enough to make me move somewhere else. Moving is not that fun. Let's see. Walt Grace, 83, debt-free flair, about to get a mortgage payoff statement. Excellent. Started this journey. Within 2 weeks, we'll pay it off. Excellent. Kickers, neither of us have made over 60K in gross salary in our life. That's still going to put you at, if it still puts you at 120K, you'll still have people in the Ramsey Show chat mad because they don't make that much money combined. But there was a combined income of 60K debt-free stream the other day. Fortunately for those people, it was about for somebody that had just asked about blue-collar millionaires. Let's see. Kooky Law 7076. Does Dave Ramsey have suggestions on how much money to keep in a checking account? Well, you need to keep in enough at least to be able to get you to the next paycheck. That's a misconception about the $0 based budget. That like you pay your bills and then you send every other cent to your lowest debt immediately. Now you don't do that. You have to make sure you have enough money to get you through to the next paycheck. So a lot of people call that like a buffer amount. And so that buffer amount can be whatever you want to. I mean, you don't want it to be excessive. You want to be putting as much as possible to the debt or whatever other baby step you're doing, but you don't want to have a problem because you sent too much money to the main thing is to make sure you have all bills covered until your next check. Maybe even if your check is ever late a day or two, that won't ruin your life as well. So it just depends on if you ever have problems getting paid. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, I figured that out after you asked that under him saying he's a happy renter. Sid, thank you though. Thank you for clarifying. Just in case I was wrong, I was not about. My dementia is not that bad. To invest or save from Throw Ra 2846. 293, is that like throwaway? To invest or save. Well, let's see. Maybe, just maybe the baby steps might have the answer for you. We'll see. 23, living at home. If you rent somewhere, and you go there, that's your home. If you buy a house, that's at home. With your parents is your childhood home, maybe. Is their home, maybe, but it's not at home. Pisses me off. And with doesn't really does now, just annoying. And with a goal of moving out and buying a duplex within the next year, okay? Make about 80K after side hustle and 9 to 5, okay? Net worth of 115K, and after emergency fund and miscellaneous savings, have 50K for the house goal, okay? I put about 2K a month into this fund, basically a little more than what I would be. What is not needed there? I don't know why people put that in. Little more than I would be paying. Why the what there? Why the what there? That happened sometimes. I feel like in the late 90s, early 2000s, people started throwing what in there for no reason. First time I heard it was Troy Aikman on Sunday Night Football, I think. What I would be paying in rent if I moved out. Okay. I currently max my Roth, don't have access to a 401k, okay, and put about $800 a month into a traditional brokerage in miscellaneous mutual funds for long-term growth outside of my Roth. I find this is a way, thank you for not feeling it. I find this is a way to diversify for the future and not have it tied up in a retirement account if I were to ever need it. All right, well, you are losing out on the tax benefit, on the tax advantageness, the tax advantages of a retirement account. And generally, you would put it all into retirement, but the thing here about trying to save, let's see, net worth 115K, you wouldn't necessarily take out, I mean, if you have single stocks, it sounds like it's all mutual funds though, so probably leave those alone and just save up for the down payment. But what you could do is stop contributing to either investment account just until you get your down payment saved up. So that's an option. That's totally up to you. You can keep the Roth maxed and keep doing the 800 into traditional brokerage fund, but then that's 800 a month that you'll have less to save for your down payment. So it just depends on how fast you want to do down payment. Dave Ramsey is fine with you being out of the market for 3 years, out of retirement, investing for 3 years. And of course that obviously would fall over to the non-retirement investing as well. Alrighty, let's see. Answers both. Investing in savings, says duplex. Oof. Says imagine having a 4-year-old landlord who has never lived alone, who lives on the other side of the wall. Yeah, that might not be the best. Or a guy that sings songs loudly in the middle of the afternoon, maybe. Let's see. What would Dave do? Flair from Dayan13 Threat. What did Dave think of business debt? It's your debt. You signed for it. Just because you call it business debt in your head, or just because you write down business debt, somebody signed for that, and the bank will be coming after that person. So I don't have a specific personal situation, just curious. Would he see this kind of debt the same way he sees a mortgage, especially if the business is a cash generating asset? No, that's a negative, because businesses should be built at the speed of cash. That means you don't go into debt to do your business. And if you already have before you find Dave, then you pay it off as soon as possible. So it's not good debt, and he doesn't recommend business debt ever. Did he ask it twice? Posted it twice. Question was so nice, posted twice. Convince me on credit unions. They can just be better than like the national banks. You get a regional credit union. They're like a good halfway point in between a national bank and just a one location bank where they don't have anything else going on. So it's a nice like median there. So I mean, I don't have any problem like say with Fidelity itself. Any like bank or credit union you shouldn't use for investing, because a lot of times they're going to have fewer investing options than a brokerage will. Let's see. I really want simplicity in my finances. It's like a checking account. Let's see, but not. What do you mean? I also have my work, retirement, and Roth IRA there. Okay. Generally like them. They just aren't FDIC or NCUA insured. Well, I mean, I don't know that I'm worried about Fidelity going under, but let's see, no fee with Fidelity, but they just don't feel like a bank. They feel like a brokerage through and through. That might be because they are. Let's see, I really want to, baby step 2 and been Dave-ish for a long time, you think? Because you're doing retirement instead of paying off your debt in baby step 2. So you're doing it wrong, local _structure _9359. You're doing it wrong. I want to go all in and wondering if a credit union is the way to go. That's not going to change you being Dave-ish. Where you keep your money isn't going to change that. What you do with the money is going to change you going all in. And that's a choice you get to make because it's your money. Friend of mine in Ohio used to do that. He used to add T's to words like that and say like, and we would sometimes play tennis. And every time he would do that, I would ask him, "Are you using the T's that other people leave out, like when Dora the Explorer?" Now she said mountain in the first couple seasons, but like 3 seasons in or something like that, she was like mountain. And so I asked him, does he get the T's from other people because they leave them out? See, I thought that was funny. That's my kind of humor. Baby step 2, car question from Sunday 187. Husband and I are on baby step 2 and recently sold newer vehicle. Purchased 1987 Buick LeSabre. I had one of those for $2,500. How much did I buy mine for? 4, I think, 4K. It was a newer one than that. I plan to drive it until we're out of consumer debt, which should take about 1 year. He drives company truck. So I felt like it was a big win to have zero car debt. It is. The reason you felt like that, it was because it is. It was made clear that my manager at work is not okay with what I am driving. Quit. I work in the finance department at a dealership. She asked if I was having any financial problem. And when I told her I'm just focusing on paying down my student loan, she just said okay and left it at that. But later that day, she said if any customers ask what I drive, then I need to tell them I'm currently looking for myself and cannot decide which of our cars I like best. She said she still expects me to be punctual and reliable. I feel really bad. She can fire you if it's an at-will state. She can fire you for not having the kind of car she wants you to have. I mean, you can take her to court and see what happens with that. But if it's an at-will state, you can quit at any time for any reason. And the boss can fire you at any time for any reason. There's some exceptions, obviously, harassment, etc. so forth. The toxic workplace is overused, but if it is actually toxic, then that is a factor. But if it's just this, where she said you got to have a better car, I think, and because it is definitely related to the business, it is a car dealership. So I would assume that would fly with a jury or a judge or something. Let's see. One of the salesmen said they could find me something nicer in the 10K range. I bet they could. That would look better since managing and making comment. Guess what? If they're not going to fire you over it, it doesn't matter what they think about it. He said mine just really sticks out because it is the only one in the lot with rust. I mean, you could park like further away or something maybe. How about that? How about parking further away and then you could just be a customer or something, as far as anybody knows. Why, work it out some other way, then all of a sudden they say, oh, your car looks bad here. And so then you have to spend $10,000 for no reason. I told my husband and he basically said, screw them, and told me not to worry what they think. That's right. He said none of the women at his job would be looked down on because of their vehicles, and I just work with snobs. I don't know. He did seem more upset than he let on. What would you guys do? Why don't you, I would talk to them and find out what's up. And if you have to either stop working there or, or buy a new car to you, a new to you car, then you get to make the decision on that. So, and that's up to you. So if they're not going to fire you though, and they're just going to make comments will not kill you. You will be fine. Or undie you. Was it unalive you is what you're supposed to say. Although it's past the first 10 minutes, so I think we're fine. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see what it says. Might be good to look for a different car. And she said job. She meant job, I think. Working in the finance department of a dealership feels scummy once you realize how terrible auto loans are. That's right. And so it just depends. Just depends on you and if you still want to work there or not. What is this sub? But basically, don't let this be an issue of what somebody says, just their opinion of something. Don't let them mean girl you. So, because that doesn't affect your life. It doesn't. Doesn't matter what they think, only what they do or will do. And so the way you find out about it is have a conversation about it. What is the sub's opinion on Deloney's stance on credit cards and single moms? What is it? I've seen a few clips where John says he doesn't like credit cards because it's the single moms that get taken advantage of or something along those lines. Credit cards get a lot of people. I don't know about that. I have not heard him particularly mention that. I do not get to see all the shows, and I rarely see one of his shows as well, so I do not know about that. But single moms may be more susceptible to falling into credit card debt, perhaps, than some other groups, but everybody's an option to that's why they make so much money. That's why they have all the tall buildings. That's why they do the commercial. That's why they spend $3 billion or something dollars in advertising every year, because they have it to spend, because they will make it back, and then some. So everybody's a target. So I don't know that I necessarily say single moms are way more apt to fall for credit cards. The allure of the credit card to get you out of an immediate situation, that kind of thing. But that can happen to anybody. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. The single moms in this stance are a metaphor for people living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, that could very well be. Sid probably has more Deloney, especially recently. I'm not able to watch all of the Ramsey show all day or every day, and like I said, I don't watch his show that much. And beans and rice. He had a metaphor as well. A9 agrees that was a metaphor. Okay, great. Ramen noodles. Beans wasn't a thing at all. Which one has more carbs? The ramen or the beans? I'm wondering. Let's see. What time is it? 6:06. Maybe we'll go hour and a half because I don't get to do this that much. I will get to do it on the 31st. So a week from tomorrow will be the next after show. Oh, I heard. I don't know if I can make it work. Especially, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I can make it work, but I heard that song "Kiss Me." "Kiss Me." I'll die the bit and barley lightly. And so, of course, I thought dead free. But we'll see. We'll see if there's gonna be a new a debt free song at all. We'll see. Doing a lot. I put a lot of them out recently. It's like 3 in the past month. Feels like. Explain the car repair math to me. Oh yeah, and the again the down in the music playlist here. The what one did I do today? The Lifestyle Creep song will be right in the spot, and all the rest of them will move down. All right, where are we? That tab right there. Explain the car repair math to me. Well, cars at the dealership. Dealership, worst place to get it fixed. Took it to a shop first, and they were like, "We can't do this. Take it to the dealer." Okay, fair enough. Coolant is leaking in the engine. Now, them saying we can't do this, take it to the dealer. Maybe take it to a different shop and see if they'll do it. And then if they say the same thing, then maybe you get a different car. 2017 Escape with just under 98K miles, been paid off for years. Excellent. According to KBB, it's only worth like $7,000 these days. These repairs, it's only worth $7,000, comma these repairs. If a new engine is needed, of course, could cost more than the value of the car. Is it coolant leaking in the engine? So it could be. I've got money to cover it. Oh, excellent. I just want to know, at what point is it just dumb to keep throwing money at this thing? That is a judgment call, dude, because you could pay for that new engine and then not ever have any other problems with it before you sell it, other than needing new wear and tear stuff, tires, etc. So you could as well. You could also not fix that car. Escape, not fix that Escape, and then buy a different car, and then you could have problems with that car. So unfortunately, you never know. No, it's not ever done. That's up to you. It's up to you, because you don't know the future. You don't know what's going to happen. Really don't want to buy a new car when this thing is only 6 years old. Okay, well, and help is appreciated. Okay, and that's fine. But the variable here is what happens after this repair or after you don't do this repair. It's too much of a variable, because you could have more problems with this car, and it could be way over the $7,000. If that is gonna be. So 2017 though isn't that long ago, and only has 98K miles. Is that private sale that it's only worth $7,000? So I would look more into that. Definitely make sure that's private sale, not dealer sale. Maybe only check the dealer because he took it to a dealer and would just. And it's easiest, of course, not to have to move it again and just let the dealer buy it. So, or take it as trade-in. Again, you're going to get the worst deal on it from the dealer as well on a used car. Rather than buy a new car when this thing is go and help us appreciate. Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't know. That's something that you have to listen to your gut on, and you have to guess what's going to happen in the future. And none of us know that. Always in motion, the future is. Let's see. Bow, 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 bow. Sid says they shoot for 50 a week on groceries. That's $100 per human per month. And then it has a 200 pounds loaf a month for groceries. You call them don't you call it have a cute name for those in the UK other than groceries? Cleaning products and skincare for just me. All right. What is this skincare you speak of? Yeah, 200's a lot. A9 living on the... Of course, you know, he's a little bit away from being baby step 7, though, so... You know, let him live on the skincare. Let him live on the expensive groceries. That's fine. Maybe... Are you going to the cheap grocery store, or are you going to the Whole Foods there, A9? Wonder if A9 is Pizza Princess. No, I would say no, because her creating this username and actually being in the Ramsey show chat, that would be more effort than she's a really low effort young lady. So she was fine last time I talked to her in the Discord though. She's doing well in the UK. She's a Anon. She's an American bird that moved over there. It's just she brought me pizza one time to my work. A friend I used to work with had a part-time job. This is from Annual Definition 24 UK student loans. UK follower here. How would you deal with UK student loans? Quick summary of how it works below. So one thing I found out, and I confirmed it with her because she would know, and she was able to confirm it. But in the video game PC repair simulator or something like that, I can't remember what it, PC building simulator, something like that. Anyway, I got an email in the game, you know, from the game saying something like it's well easy, and apparently they say that instead of it's very easy for some reason. We are taxed 9% on anything we earn above. It's the King's English, love. We are taxed 9% on anything we earn above 35K, all right? If you earn less than this or don't work, you don't pay, okay? And this goes toward your paying student debt, regardless of what you owe, 20K or 200K, and is wiped out after 30 years. Dave has heard that, and he's not waiting for it to be wiped out 30 years. He's going to say, pay it off. So, but of course, a lot of UK people do just live with it for 30 years. They plan, that's their plan anyway. Interest is quite high. Currently, it's inflation plus 3%, around 9%. So typically, the amount you pay back per year is less than the amount it increases by. Interest doesn't affect the monthly payment. Hope that makes sense. It does to me. I understand what they're doing, but I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why they wouldn't increase the monthly payment to get the interest that happens. They're losing out on a lot of interest. I don't understand why they do that. That doesn't make sense. I do understand what's happening, but it doesn't make sense. It's kind of a crazy system, right? Where a majority of students never repay their full loans, right? But do make payments for 30 years. And because of the interest will end up paying more than they initially borrowed. And that's how they get you. That's how they get you. So, yeah, so they still end up making money off of you. More money than if you just paid them off earlier. So you're still out more money. So there we go. I figured it out. You're welcome, everybody. So yeah, UK 30-year payoff. It's still a ripoff because you're paying more than you would if you just paid them off. instead of paying them for 30 years. Yay! 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 No, what is it? Like that? Yeah. There we go. All right. Let's see. Every time I go on a live, someone suspects me of being someone else. Paid my student loan. Straight away. Took me less than a year. Excellent. Straight away. Yeah, that's where the missing T's came from. I think it's from you guys. Straight away. I don't know why. Even in words that have two T's, at least pronounce one of them. Like rotten, there's two T's in that. I'd be fine if you just pronounce one of them. Let's see, Jameson, sign metu, sine metu. I don't know what that means. Does anyone, self-employed home mortgage. Does anyone have experience or advice for getting a mortgage being self-employed? Well, I've been dabbling in the idea of buying a house. I want to put a little more thought into that, but not quite sure how it works when we're not employees but owners. You just have to provide income statements, tax returns. Quick Google search turns up results for lenders who specialize in this area, but I've never heard of them, so I automatically don't trust them. Well, the ones that you've heard of, they may not be so fond of you not having a simple one. You being owners of a business will make your mortgage more complex, probably, unless they just run the credit score and do it by that, which if you're following Dave's advice, your credit score should be taking a hit unless you've just started. Tranquil Habitat. Pay off car loan versus invest. Didn't we do this already? I have 4 years left to pay this car. The interest rate doesn't matter. Can prioritize paying off this car loan as it is my only form of debt. Yet I have a 401k, right? That's debt leverage. Dave's not going for that. And yes, interest rate 2.15% on that. Hopefully your investments, well, not the high yield savings account is not. Maybe double that, something like that, maybe a little bit more than double that. But the 401k and the Roth IRA hopefully are making 10%. And yes, but nobody ever, when people ask about this, they don't ever subtract that out. You got to subtract that out from that. So that's not 10% above the 2.15%. That is only 8.85%. 7.85%. I can do math. I don't have dementia. 7.85% is what a 10% would be making. And here it's good for you. It's not like the inflation where, oh, you need to consider that 10% is gone from that. No, because that's like out there in the ether. This is actually your money that's sitting right there. You have the option to do one or the other. You don't have the option to pay inflation price or pre-inflation price. You just have the option to pay whatever the inflation price for it or not to buy it. And so this is why this is different. But anyway, this is what I call this is you're trying to fill a bucket with your investments, and the bucket has a 2.15% size hole in it. And so that's why Dave recommends look, again, step 2, pay off all debt except the house, using the debt snowball. And step 4 is way past there, past 3 and past 4. He could have savings as well, who knows? But that basically, again, especially if you have savings, let's say, plan to make required payments of the card, take my extra money and put that everything. Take advantage of compounding interest. This goes against the baby steps. Any reason I should pay off the car first? Because it goes against the baby steps. And the baby steps have been proven again. Millions of documented success stories. And your way, we don't have any data on that. We don't have any data on that. Probably some like millionaires exist because they did some debt leverage, sure. But as far as you know, even thousands of documented cases we don't have. So your money, yeah, if you are fine with that, you can do that. But Dave's plan works, proven. Your plan does not. Not proven to work. I'm sure it has in some people's cases, may not for you. Plan it, especially if you have bad investments. That's also assuming you have good investments. 14K repair on a car that's worth 16K and I owe 32. Beep, 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 doo. Yep, 27 years old, and I bought a car a little over a year ago. Man, I forgot. I had that ready too. 14K repair on a car that's worth 16K and I owe 32K. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to play it since I bothered to get that tab up there. Since I put a lot of miles on it, it's not in warranty anymore. It was in warranty at the time. Engine and transmission went out at the same time, and the total cost of repair is 14K, which I cannot pay out of pocket. My options are fix it and go into even more debt. That would not be what Dave would recommend on that. That's worth 16K. And might have more issues come up, or let it repo. That is not it, and ruin your near. Well, I don't give a crap about your 800 credit score. I care about repo doing it. That's going to put you into the worst possible situation. That's going to cost you the most money. You will be better off if you sell it for what it's worth, and if you have to, you get a, what was that, 16 to 16? You get a $16,000 loan to pay the difference, and that replaces your 32K loan. And that is the only time that Dave Ramsey is fine with you getting a loan for something that is not your primary residence, and that is to replace a higher car loan with a lower pay off the difference loan. And so you can turn that 32K into 16K, and then maybe another couple thousand for a car. You get the cheapest car you can to get around. So, but yeah, often the just letting whatever happen, which means you let the repo man come get it. That is the worst thing you can do. Also, if you don't pay out, your 800 credit score is going to be ruined no matter what if you don't pay if you can't make your payments. So, does he not know how bonds work? And Jade has this blank here, like she doesn't know what I don't know what I was talking bonds. He does know that bonds do not make as much as the market. That's what he knows. Anon 982751, pay off low interest debts. Yes, you do that. Smallest to largest amount. Interest doesn't matter. And the reason is because most people, if they start with the highest, and that would be known as the debt avalanche, they start with the highest interest first. Those are often the highest amounts, and then it could take you 2 years before you pay that off. And by 2 years, if they haven't had any success, a lot of people are going to quit. So it's designed for the most people to do, and everybody can do this. You may just don't want to, or you may just think yours better, but everybody can do these steps. And it's designed to keep you motivated to finish and not just start paying it off, and then you'd be like, oh well, I'll never get done with this, no need to worry about it, I'll just pay minimums again. Let's see, where did I put the chat? There it is. Bum 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 bum. Sell it and take the hit. Yep. 16K repair. Ouch. Agree. Question about $. I probably won't be able to do that. I love the Every Dollar app. I just have had issues in the past using money before I get it. What? Just had issues in the past with using money before I get it. I don't. Oh, I see. Paying ahead. I get paid twice monthly, and from bills alone, I usually could be a little tight by the midway through pay periods. That's why you don't let your, like I was talking about before, that's why you don't let your checking account be zero at any time. Does anybody have any recommendation on how to use the app easily that I don't have to worry that I'm using my monthly budget before I get it? How are you doing that, love? I don't understand how you would be doing that. Because if you don't have the money, you can't spend it. So let's see. If the OP, which means original poster, Zazek22, if they give any more clarification, and they do not. So like this person zeroes out the second half of the month, and that's where you can zero out, and that zeroing out is basically zeroing out the amount from the end of the last pay period, but you're not zeroing out at the end of the last pay period, so you're not stuck short between paychecks. And so but I don't know how you can use money that you don't have ahead of time, unless you're putting it on a card and then paying it off, which that's a whole other issue, and of course not recommended, because that's what everybody says they're going to do. And guess what percentage do that? Small percentage. Bum, bum, bum. A9 is out. midnight. Well, thank you for checking out the after show. Appreciate it. Again, the next one is on the 31st. And it's about an hour and a half now. I'm about to end it anyway. So I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's very easy. It's just people that call the Ramsey show and people that post these questions. If they are familiar with Dave even a little bit, they probably know the answer. They are just either in denial or they have a problem because they're so close to their own situation, they can't apply the baby steps to them. So because they're some kind of exception, they must be, right? What do you do with 100K after taxes? 100K on the house. If we sell it, we would make 50 to 40,000 profit. Both cars are paid off. What would you sell the house? 6K. CC debt. Okay. I might get anywhere from 100K to 190K after taxes from a lawsuit, I'm assuming. What's the best way to invest this money? I wouldn't don't spend it before you get it. Definitely. Why would you sell it? You're trying to do so much here based on getting that. Even 190K, that's not enough to set you up for the rest of your life. So let's see, we'll be looking for a new house within our budget in a year. Why? Why are you moving houses? This one suit, this does not change your income amount, and you base it on your income amount, not a one-time payment of 200K maybe. But what you do to it is you apply it to whatever baby step you're on, so that would definitely be that 6K in CC debt gone. And after that, if you don't have anything else, full emergency fund, and then put the rest on the house. But if you're thinking 200K is, I'm going to move up in house just from a one-time 200K payment, I mean, I guess you could do that, but you could do way, way better staying in that house, and because you could pay it off. You can be completely paid off in that house, and in another house you wouldn't be. So you'd be trading probably 100K on debt on this house into 100K on debt on a new house, and so I don't understand why you would do that. Last one. All right, let's see. Finance throwaway. 0129. What would Dave do? Flair, new to Ramsey, looking for guidance, juggling several debts, and need to plan for future expenses. Well, you don't juggle it, son. You pay it off. New to Ramsey, and I'm looking for advice on how to plan a financial roadmap. Well, right here, baby steps. Low cost of living area, excellent. Let's see, 35K base, not bad, not bad. Not bad for 29, all right. 20K cash and another 25K in 401K from a previous job. Okay, that stays the same. You could roll that over into a Roth or into a new 401K at your new place, if they offer one. The 20K cash, though, you would pay the debts you are juggling. Low cost of living area and own my house. All right, excellent. Bought a house for 130K a few years ago. Did some major renovation myself. Recently sold it for 250K. Then bought a new house for 2K in cash. Smart. Smart. From the old house, which needed 80K renovation. Now we're 350K. I don't plan to buy a new house. I had to borrow money for the resident for my parents. It's a very good deal. No, it wasn't if you had to borrow the money, especially from your parents. So no, triple size, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. Justification station here for getting a loan, even from parents. Do not do that. Do not have any financial dealings with someone you're not married to, even family or friends. Debts, 55,000. Yep. Bum, bum, bum. 25K car loan, $704 a month payment. Interest doesn't matter. Car is worth 40K. Don't want to sell it? Okay, that's fine. You don't have to pay it off then. 12,500 master degree payment plan. Okay. 5,000 prop tax. Why would you need to push it out? Pay him. 4,500 engagement ring. Do next month. Already paid the deposit. Okay. And 1,500 for a new roof. Well, that sounds a lot like. Let's see. Let's do the even ones first. That's 80,000, 85,000, and 100,000. So 100,000, and then 112,500, 113,000, 117,000 is what you owe. Planning to propose my girlfriend, and then she'll owe it when you get married. When we do plan to combine finances, but currently above all the debts are my own. When we do, we plan, I get it, okay. When we do, comma, that threw me off. We plan to combine finances. Okay, great. Currently all the debts above my own. Does she have debt? She has some credit card debt she's working to pay off currently, which should be finished in about 4 to 6 months. When are you going to be finished with all your debt, bud? Concerns are my 401k is low, doesn't matter. And I have been contributing to it as I was working to pay off my old house, and now these renovations. You didn't have to do renovations. You chose to do that. You didn't have to take out a loan for them with your parents, but you chose to do that. Should I start contributing or focus on the debt? Debt. Always, it's always baby steps. Always baby steps. People can't ever figure it out, though. Some people. Obviously, the people that figured it out aren't posting questions on this subreddit or calling Dave. Some are, just to get clarification. Also need to start saving for the wedding. Both our parents will help. So I may not need much, but we'll start pricing that out after proposal. Yep. See, you're trying to do everything all at the same time. Ideally, would like to pay my parent back within the next 2 years, which shouldn't be a problem, but that doesn't follow the snowball method, indeed. Davis said, though, pay your family off first. He has said that before, though. Let's see, how much do you make? Said 135K, and it's 55. So yeah, you could pay him off in a year. Live on less than you make. Cut expenses to the. Even though I've done well for myself, I've always been very unorganized with money. Yep, and that's how it happens. That's how all this debt happens. Because first you do this little bit here and this little bit here, and then a little bit more bigger chunk here, and then, oh, let's do $55,000 of renovations. And for what? Is that the current? Is that the house you sold already, or let's see? Yeah, that's the house you sold already. So when you bought that for 130 and then you sold it for 250, why didn't you give them the money back? Oh, that needed 80K. Needed 80K of renovations. So I don't know. I didn't plan to buy a new house. Yeah, see, the planning is the problem. So you need to definitely plan stuff instead of, oh, I didn't plan on it. Yeah, 401k is low. It's going to be low. That's step 4. You don't do that while you have debt. And you know, paying that within 2 years. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Do it in 1. Even though I've done well, I've been organized money. Do not follow a written budget. How should I start proceeding? Do a written budget. Do a written budget. Follow the baby steps. Very easy. People don't think it's easy. I mean, and it's not easy if you're the one doing it. Obviously, you do have to do it. But the information is all right here. All you have to do is follow this. Nobody's saying it's easy. It's definitely not normal. You're going to be abnormal. But like I've said on a previous one, there is a clip called You Want to Be Weird. And you do. Because if you're weird, that means you are working correctly with this advice. Because everybody has debt. You know, you'll always have a car payment, right? Not me. I opted out of that stuff. Alrighty, so I guess we will call that an after show. It's been so fun. Once again, I am Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach, and you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation / assessment video conferencing appointment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That'll probably be done with Google Meet. The link is in the description as well. Calendly.com/Coach Steve Money, CALENDLY.com/Coach Steve Money. You can email me about coaching or anything else on my YouTube channel, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Donations go to PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. You can add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money. And of course, this YouTube channel is youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Next after show, August 31st. Be there, be square, right after the Ramsey show video ends, approximately 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Central. And here's where we say make smart financial decisions every day.